Who gets hotter than hot and hot?
Yeah, don't adjust your eyes, fellas. Pharaohs. It's Hugin cough cough. Yes, I'm in a frog suit. No, you cannot pull this off. Let's get it down.
Okay, let's go.
To the park, green fleece on my back, Velcro under the chin. Yeah, I'm carrying the track. Right, please slow. Tail wagging to the snare. All the alphas looking mad, but I really do not care. See a Doberman flexing, trying to guard his little click. I just hop over a puddle, leave him looking mighty sick. You a basic brown mutt. I'm a neon amphibian, stepping in the dog club, changing the meridian. Your bark is kind of loud, but your bite is just a joke. I don't even got a growl. I just hit him with the croak.
That's my voice of life.
Hop, 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 make way for Hugin. Green suit on, yeah, I'm wildin', approving. Your boy's looking tragic, my swagger is magic. I'm taking your bitches, it's honestly classic. Yeah, I said it, the fattest got to hear me, God. Leave your boys, cause at least got them living large. Yeah, walk past the water bowl, give a little wink. Got a poodle and a bug, both offering a drink. Your boyfriends are sniffing each other's jump out of tree trunk. These bitches want a prince, well I'm the green prince of funk. Got a Frenchie on my left, got a husky on my right. I'm looking so fly, I'm looking out of sight. I'm a cold-blooded killer in a warm-blooded body, rolling through the dog park, turning it into a party. Y'all are chasing tennis balls, I'm chasing finer things like a reservation for two, fit for a frog king. Pop, 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 make way for Hugin. Green suit on, yeah, I'm wildin', I'm proving. Your boy's looking tragic, my swagger is magic. I'm taking your bitches, it's honestly classic. Yeah, I said it, the fattest been to them and y'all. Leave the horns on release, got it from the yards. I wanna mention Marcus, cause he's on this track. I'm flying, I'm floating like Shaq. I know for a fact I'm not on Epstein's list. I got my own field with the bitches I kiss. I ain't got ticks, my DJ's beat matching. I ain't got fleas, that's my DJ that's scratching. I got mojo, I got swagger.
Pausing mid-song. It's a pause. It's a mid-song pause. Hugin is holding up his paws to tell you it's a mid-song pause. How are you guys doing tonight? Am I too loud? Hold on, let me get louder. How are you doing tonight, everybody? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? It's been a very hot minute. It has been days, maybe even a week, since I last spoke to my children. Since Dad has been at the Moose Lodge, dealing with Gary. I'm just kidding. I don't know who Gary is. I made that up. It's been a week. Let me pop in. Okay? Hugin's in the other room sleeping right now. Well, Dad has a wacky stick of cigarette tobacco. And let me tell you something. It's been a rough week, okay? Let's take a pause and let's recognize that sometimes it can be a rough week. And sometimes Dad's at the Moose Lodge a little long. Okay? Because Dad's working too many jobs. And me, his cousin Gary, his car broke down at the Moose Lodge today. Just kidding. My car broke down at HEB today. So it's been a hell of a day. But it's going to be fine. Dad just needs a new battery. So that's great. So when it rains, it pours. A lot of things happen at once. Okay? And I'm trying to wrap up a job that I don't want to be in anymore. And I've had to work, I guess I could say I have to work overtime to get out of this situation. I'm contractually obligated. So, in an effort to try and get the fuck away from a nightmare situation with my main employer, I'm having to wrap up a lot of stuff. So I'm like, damn, how do I do that? I do it fast, okay? When you're in a situation you don't want to be in, you got to get out of it fast. So I'm trying to basically compile months worth of work. Have you ever had a situation where you try to turn in work and then your boss won't take it? They're like, just hold on to it. It's like, just fucking take it so we can wrap this shit up. That's where I'm at. Okay. So I'm trying desperately to get someone to let me quit. I thought I quit already when I said I quit 4 times, but they're not getting the hint. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I've had to work a lot lately. I haven't been around and I do apologize. Okay. In the meantime, everything is getting hotter and sweatier. Okay. Everything, everyone. It was cold last week. Now it's hot. Now it's very hot, and hot makes mad. Have you noticed that? The hotter it gets, the madder everybody gets. Me too. So that's what's going on. Okay. And I did have to suspend temporarily my filming attempts because my fucking car is broken. So now there's that. I'm going to get a new battery next week on payday. Speaking of which, holy shit. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Shit's been tight lately. Okay. Yeah. To get away from working 24/7, I'm going to go live anyways because I'm a wild child. Yep. Also because I have obligations to the channel. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who pay monthly to be a member of this shit. And if I don't put out a live, then what are they paying for? So I'm like, I got to do something. But at the same time, I've had a lot that I want to talk to you guys about. Like a lot. Steven Earmuffs wanted to talk about the alien thing. Last week, you guys were like, someone asked me about what do I think about the alien thing? I thought you were talking about all the missing astronauts or what are they? The missing alien people who work on that shit. And I don't know about that kittens in crime. I think for me, it's a similar. I think my battery might be worth more than my car because I have an 07. Okay. And it's a manual fit. So it's like, damn. And in order to like get to everything, you have to fucking take all this shit apart just to like get to the wheel. To get my fucking headlight changed, I have to take the entire front bumper off. So it's a lot. So with that said, I thought you guys were talking to me. I thought you were asking me about the people that were missing that work on UFO. I just assumed, I was like, maybe they're in a Big Brother situation. Maybe there's a TV show going on. I didn't realize that the government also released all these UFO files to distract us from Epstein again. I didn't realize that the war didn't work. Okay. And the first release, the alien files didn't work. And the second, and then, we're going to take away people's constitutional right to vote. Killing people in the street with ice. I didn't realize all that didn't work. And now they're reverting to, hey, you want to see the little green people? But they're doing that now. And guess what? I still want to see the Epstein files. I don't care. What about you? Do you give a fuck about that? Look, if the aliens are here, okay, they could have done so much to us by now. If that shit, I'm not stupid enough to think we're the center of the universe, but let's be real. We might be the center of the universe. And if we are, I ain't trying to worry about that shit. I'm trying to focus on the shit that affects us. Because right now, aliens aren't raping the kids. They're not. The aliens aren't raping kids. Our fucking president and his homies are. That's a little concerning. Okay? I would love to meet the aliens too, but after we get this whole kid fucking thing out of the way. Once we figure out who Epstein's friends are, and we already know that, and then what they did, and then they admit to it and they go to jail, that would be nice. Then I'll worry about that stuff. Okay? Aliens aren't allowed to interfere with us unless we achieve warp speed. It's the prime directive. Exactly. Fair game, right? We have to wait until we hit a fair playing ground. All right? It's like the NBA Finals. What do you expect when you put the Timberwolves against the Spurs? Yes, I still love basketball. It's my favorite sport. For reals. I figured out the meaning of life through my spiritual journey. Good. Is it to find aliens or the Epstein people? I hope it's the Epstein people. Give me my coffee. He's in federal prison for stealing from his clients, not getting out. Who? Which one? All of them? I hope so. Okay. So, with that said, I'm going to give you a warning. I'm giving you a warning. And I just want to be very clear. I know this is annoying, okay? This is for entertainment purposes only, and it's very annoying. But just for tonight, and maybe a couple more nights, okay? Until Dad gets paid and his life stops crumbling. Not starts, stops. It already started. Once it stops, okay, then I'm going to get YouTube Premium again, okay? And then you're not going to have to watch ads or commercials, okay? However, of course I know peds. I'm in stand-up comedy. Are you kidding me? I grew up in the church. I know so many pedophiles. I don't like any of them. Steven, you're in Canada. You don't understand. Y'all don't have as many there. Actually, isn't that weird? I was looking at some numbers the other day. Turns out Canada doesn't, I don't think anywhere has as many pedophiles as we do. That's terrifying. Maybe it's just here we know about them because we keep some of them on a map. I'm waiting for New York to catch up. Dude, I grew up in the church. I work in stand-up comedy. I used to be in bands, and I'm a woman. Not only do I know pedophiles, I know rapists. A lot of them. It's really crazy, and it's out of control. He was Australian. We changed it. We changed him to Canadian. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you do know some peds, but you just don't know they are. That's true. Steven, you might know one or two. I'd like to know the numbers on that. Out of every 10 people, how many are? That's kind of what I was looking for last week. Couldn't find it. I was trying to prove a point to someone. Yeah, you truly are a sheltered white boy from the Canadian suburbs. And thank God for that. The least amount of people you should snitch on your rapist friends already have, Michael. Hi, Michael. So, with that said, tonight we have a lot to talk about, but some of the videos you see, they are going to have ads, okay? It's not my ads. It's YouTube's ads. It is because I'm not going to get YouTube Premium until I can afford YouTube Premium. So I'm going to wait a week. We're going to get that. I apologize. All right. But also, there's a very fast developing story that's going on right now. And it's fucking quick. God damn it, Mia. Mia, thank you very much. You know what's going to happen now. And I ain't going to see that for a month. So next month on Mia, no ads. Next month, that's on Mia. Everybody thank Mia. No ads. No ads. If you know someone over the age of 30 who dates people who are barely 18, they are a chomo. Oh, well, kittens and crime, that's a bit much. They're actually not legally a chomo, but in their heart, they're kind of a chomo. But then you see Modern Family and you go, aw, fuck. Yeah, teachers are arrested, especially, dude, the amount of women teachers getting busted for being with kids is pretty fucked up. But Mia, I'd like to send a thank you. Also, tell Heed if he's really going to a frat, he's going to enjoy it so much more. I had to deliver to a frat last week. Funny story. They said, put it outside. And I was like, okay. And I go outside to put the food down, and there's kids passed out everywhere. Like 20-year-old dudes just passed out. One of them was covered in vomit, just asleep on their front porch. And nobody hurting them. Nobody bothering them. Except me when I smashed the bag of burgers on top of one of them. Just kidding. I put it down next to the one with the vomit. He said he'd be in the purple shorts, and he was. So I hope he enjoyed his Jack in the Box. And he's going to love it. Now, keep in mind, Mia, we have to be careful because I'm warning you. There's a lot of hazing that goes on in frats. I'm not trying to worry you. But there could be an uncomfortable point in the near future where we're watching a video of some cop going to knock on a frat door house, and Law and Crime puts it up, and Head is tied up in some basement of some fraternity covered in hot dog sauce. That could happen. So keep an eye on him and check on him daily, because they don't fuck around in frats. We've already seen so many body cam footage videos of these fucking kids. And then they won't talk to the cops. And then the cops are like, hey, who tied you up? And they won't say anything. And then some guy with a vape blows it in the officer's face and says, speak. And then they're allowed to talk. So you need to watch out. And I'm glad they don't, because goddamn, I can only imagine. You guys have golf fights at the select board. Thank you. You're going to make me cry. Okay. 4 months of no ads starting next month on SDK and Mia. Everybody, tell them thank you. Tell them thank you. And you guys have earned this. This is for you. I wasn't going to do this tonight because it's been stuck in my head all week. But why not just let it be?
Get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't been on the roof. Never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't lay on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy grill on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy ain't grilling on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't climbing on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. How you do it like that? Damn, you got tools on your back. Climbing on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Shit, big boy get loose. Shit, big boy get loose. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never, oh shit, and you falling on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy hop on the roof. How you do it like that? Look, shit, you just like a back. Shit, you pick up your back. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get your ass out the roof. Get your ass back out the roof. I ain't never see a big boy leap on the roof. Get a big ass off.
What? Is that a joke or is that for real? I'm going to cry. Stop it, Steven. Don't make me cry. Are you serious? Oh my God, Mitty, no, take it back. What? Oh, you're fucking with me, aren't you? God damn it. One of these days I'm going to learn time zones and conversion rates for currency. And then lookout world. Okay? If Heed wants to come on stream this summer, dude, if Heed wants to be our fraternal correspondent, then let's do this. I'll send him a microphone. I actually have a couple. They're not the best, but they're like these mobile ones that you can connect to your phone that I found. I found them in my stuff. And I am willing to send them out to some of you guys if you want to do live corresponding. And maybe we can do some call-ins tonight. We'll see. Okay. Listen. And I would love to have you on, Ernie. Your wisdom. I'd like to see this enlightenment you're talking about and what happened. But also, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but I was doing the conversion in my head and I was like, it's possible. I know when I went to Canada, wasn't it like 1.5 on the dollar or something? It was crazy. Do I have a boogie? Oh, good. I'm actually doing better on my allergies because Dad took a Benadryl today. Big deal. Okay, look, you earned the story, Minnie. I'm going to tell you guys this. I wasn't going to say this because I just want to be clear before I tell this story. I'm not shaming anyone because some of the words I may use may sound shameful or society might think they're shameful, but they're not meant to be shameful. They're meant to be real because real recognize real. And let me tell you something. I met some real ass motherfuckers today. I was kind of having a little meltdown in the parking lot of the HEB, which is, it stands for, I think it's Henry Edward Butt or Howard R. Butt. Okay. Butt, B-U-T-T. Absolutely. And it is our biggest grocery store chain in Texas. Laura will see soon. She will see the light soon because she's here in Austin. We'll talk about that too in a minute. But I'm in there. I'm like having a meltdown, just having a hysteric, as Kelly Osbourne's mother, Sharon, would say, a woobla. All right. Having a moment, having an MS, if you get it. And the reason is because my car won't start. And this is frustrating because I just got a serpentine belt. It's an old car. I love it, but it's been driving great. So what could go wrong? So I thought, let's check out under the hood. And then I wiggled the battery and I was like, good, the battery's loose. And I didn't have any tools on me. It needed to be jump started. And then I thought, maybe because my serpentine belt was broken for over a month and the entire car's functionality was relying on this battery that's kind of old, maybe I sucked all the juice out. Okay. Maybe I did a little, it had too much juice. Maybe the car had too much juice and now we're out of juice. And maybe I just need a new battery, which is fine. They're like, what, $100? I'll get that. I'll get that covered in a few days. It'll be fine. But for now, while I'm trapped at a store away from my home by myself with no way to start my car, naturally, we're going to have to do some 90s shit. We're going to have to walk around and see if anybody is willing to utilize my jumper cable system to let me mooch off of there. Can I have a sip of your juice? Can I have some juice, sir, so that I can start my car? It's Jane F. Honda. Okay. So Jane F. Honda is thirsty, sir. Can she have some of your juice? So are they? Sorry. Sorry? Are they? Fuck. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll work with it. It's fine. Not surprised at all. This economy is killing us all. Anyway. So, and I do. Great point, Mia. I have one. It's right behind me in the house, not in the car. Why? I don't fucking know. But it wasn't in the car at the time, which is where it should be because it has cables that connect to it and I can jumpstart my car right away. Not a problem. But I didn't have it. So that was a problem. So I stand there in the park. I walk out of the HEB, which is air conditioned. It feels so good. And I go out into the spring heat of Texas. And it's very moist. I dicked her big time, Mitty. And I just stand in front of my car and I go, what the fuck? And then I just start crying. And then up walks a woman named TT. How do I know her name was TT? Because she said, hey, honey, I'm TT. Do you need help? And I look over. And there's a wonderful woman named TT. It's a true story. She has dreads. She's kind of dressed like Julia Stiles in Save the Last Dance. She's very sweet. HEB doesn't have car batteries. It's groceries. I wish they did. She's very sweet. She says, you look like you need a hug. TT has a huge bag and she's holding a giant bottle of vodka. She's walking over from the liquor store next to the HEB. She reaches out her arms and she says, come give TT a hug. I don't know this person. I don't know why she's wearing a skirt over pants over tights with ballet flats. I don't know why she has like a gallon of vodka. Her dreads are pretty cool. She gives me a huge hug and says, I'm TT. Sorry if I smell musty. Those were her exact words. And I said, I'm Kat. Me too. And then up from behind her walks a man who was a bit older, looks kind of like James Harden, and says, I see you've met TT. Me too. And then she goes, I just met him. What's your name? And then he says, my name is Rage. And I said, Rage? Like mad? And then he went, yes, ma'am. And he was very calm. Blew my mind. So then he says, I just met TT and bought her a bottle and we're about to go back to my place. But do you need help, hun? And I'm hugging TT and I said, yes. And he says, your car won't start? We saw you from over there. Do you have jumper cables? I was like, yes. He says, get in the car and me and TT will push. And we're going to park you right there. I see you have a manual. Put it in neutral. I said, okay, Rage. And he said this so calm. He kind of sounded like Morgan Freeman when he played God in that one movie. So they push me into a spot. They pull up their car. And they start telling me how TT is a hooker. They just met. They're going to go back to his place and fuck. He bought her some vodka. She's very nice. And she told him, we can't let that little white girl die of heat in this parking lot. And I said, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you calling me little. And then they both laughed. Then they proceeded to jumpstart my car. And then Rage gave me a big hug. And I said, I can't believe your name is Rage. And he said, I know. And then he said, I've always been like this. And then TT said, he's always been like this. And then I just started laughing because they just met. How would she fucking know that? So then he told me he hangs out at the HEB a lot. And if he sees me and I need help, he's got me. And I said, thank you, Rage. And he said, everything's going to be okay. And then TT said, everything's going to be just fine. And then she said, do you want some of my vodka? And I explained that I have a vodka allergy. And then she told me white people are allergic to everything. And then I started laughing because she's right. She's fucking right. So then I said, well, you guys have fun. I hope you have a great evening. And then she said, we're gonna. And off they went. So I met a wonderful woman who was happily and proudly prostituting in front of the HEB. She was drunk. And her new boyfriend, Rage. And Rage was the calmest, most polite individual I've maybe ever met in my life. And they got me back on my feet, and I drove home. And I love them so much. And I'm so thankful for people like that. Because not only were they nice, but they were funny. And as odd as it sounds, they were themselves. They weren't ashamed. They were unabashedly themselves, happily going about their life, not bothering anyone. In fact, doing the opposite, helping people. And I just am so grateful for them. So Rage and TT, I love you. You're the best. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but goddamn. Did not expect that. They do make a difference. They charged the battery. They got me jump started. They got me on my way. Also, TT did make a suggestion at one point. She said, you should pour some Coca-Cola or some Dr. Pepper on your battery. And I said, well, I don't know because there's no battery acid. I think it's just a loose connection. And that's when Rage said, it could be a loose connection, but I used to be a mechanic. Shout out to Rage, the mechanic. He said, what you want to do is not pour Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper on your battery, which understood that you do that when you have a lot of battery acid to get rid of the acid. I get that. He said, in your instance, you might be able to save this battery. It might have enough juice because it started really quick. I don't think it's dead. He said, you can go to the AutoZone and they'll check it. And he explains to me that. And then he tells me, you're going to want to get a wire brush, take the battery out, and then scrape it and clean that area and then clean the inside of the connector. And then you're going to want to put it back because it might just have some debris that's fucking up the connection. And I said, whoa, thank you, Rage. And he said, no problem. You could get those brushes for like 30 cents inside. I was like, well, fucking A. So Rage used to be a mechanic. I love him so much. What a great person. TT, what a great person. I hope they have the best life ever, and I hope they thrive. I will never forget those two. They were awesome. And that's how I know awesome people exist, and this world is going to be okay. Even though there are a lot of murderers and pedophiles that run it, we've got people like TT and Rage there. So that's cool. If you have a low flow shower, Lou Chippy, I'm going to start calling you Lou Chippy instead of Steven. You got to, I'm not going to tell you to take it apart, but you could take it apart. I was looking up, you know what? I'm not going to suggest that. I don't want to fuck your stuff up, but I did look up plumbing when we were having an endless drip. You do have to be able to turn your own water off, though. If you can turn your water supply off, you can do anything. Oh, she helped you turn up the water pressure by phone, Arnie? There you go. There you go. Call Mitty. She'll do it. Yep. There's water and baking soda. And then there's Coca-Cola. Dr. Pepper doesn't work as good. Too much sugar. But yeah. There's all sorts of stuff to get the icky off the terminals. The problem is there's no icky on the terminals. It's like a metal on metal thing. There's what do you call it? Like rust and debris sometimes that gets inside of those clamps. So I just have to get that off. So that's the goal for the morning when it gets light outside. I have the city wrench for turning off your water. Tell me what I can do. Okay. So if you have the power and you can go turn it off on the main shut off thingy, depending on what faucet it is, you might just have to take the faucet apart. There's a thing. Okay. Do this first. While your water is turned off, not at the main source, okay, but just your water, whatever faucet it is, take the tip off, unscrew the tip, see if it's full of shit. Is it your main sink? What sink is it? Is it a sink or is it your shower? Because there's a little filter right before where the water comes out And sometimes rocks and sediment and debris can come through the pipes and they get trapped there and they keep the water from coming out. So if you can untwist the main, I don't know what is the shower head, if it's a shower, or if it's a faucet, you can twist the tip off and you can just rinse it out and then boom, water pressure back. That's what happened in our sink in the bathroom. Then we had an issue where we had to replace the whole thing, and that's when we tried to turn the main one off. But you don't need to do that if it's just that. Just turn your water off like normal so it's not flowing out, and then twist the tip off. Let me know how that works. I can send you a video if you need, Steven. You can email. Yeah, hard water builds up, all sorts of shit. I thought I was harnessing the world's water supply. I wanted to shut off the mayor's water. You could do that if you want. You do that anyway. You have the same issue with your Jeep? Yep. And sometimes it's from like the vehicle rattling. Just the battery goes like this. You have to have it steady. Mitty is a very good professional. Mitty can fix anything and she can fix cars. And she is a motorcycle now. She's a motorcycle babe. We're going to have to do so many thought that we were good together. We'll have to get Mitty to do some of those videos for us. Did you your new dishwasher? That's exciting. I saw it on, dude. As soon as I saw that shit on, was it X? I want to say that was your dishwasher, right? I was like, damn, she's moving on up. Are you going to be, when I squat on your land, are you going to be giving me your old one so that I can turn it into something cool like that one kid in a trench coat on Bush People? Maybe I can make a plane out of it. That would be fun. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? So, you're going to see some ads tonight. I apologize, but it is what it is, okay? But I love you guys. And we're going to start now because guess what? Now that Laura's here, it's safe to announce there might be a serial killer in Austin. Not the one you're thinking of, not the Rainey Street one, but Laura. No, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, there's some shit going down here in Austin. I told you guys how we already had a serial killer, and it's this guy who killed once in the 80s and then, you know, came back and killed more people because they released him from jail after trying to kill or killing and kidnapping a little girl in like 1987. So that guy, yeah, there's a whole nother one. And while they've only named him in 2 murders, I do think there are more. And I'd like to talk about why. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff going down here. And I'm a little bit concerned because this guy is younger. He is in his late 20s. Okay. He committed one of the murders quite a while ago. And the big gap between then and the most recent one, very concerning. No, this is one where women are being murdered. And one of them was strangled. I believe another was strangled and shot, and DNA just came back to him, and then it hit to another one in Bastrop. So it's very concerning because of his age, the reasons he's given. I've noticed that so far they've only charged him in 2, but I truly, genuinely think he could be responsible for more. That's the second guy. The first guy not out right now, but our fucking DA, they let him out for 20 goddamn years. He might be connected to up to 10 murders. He admitted to some of them. The families are furious because our piece of shit DA wants to cop a plea deal with this guy who already went to prison for murder and kidnapping a little girl in the 80s, got out, was free to commit more over 2-3 decades, and then gets popped again. That he ended up getting popped like a year or 2 ago, but actually longer, probably 2 years ago. But that guy, they're still arguing over what to do with him. And the families are fucking pissed off, and I don't blame them. I thought we did too, His Airness, but apparently we only use it on innocent people. So that's Texas. Welcome to it. Also, Laura is in town. Laura and Andrew are in town from their home, and they are here in my home in Austin, Texas, and I am so excited, and I am going to go visit with them, and maybe I can convince them to come on a live stream with me, okay? But right now, Laura is actually at Dad's boyfriend's work at the comedy club watching a comedy show. She did get to give him a hug. She said he's tall. He said she's short. It's very, very cute and funny. I'm so excited. So it's going to be a good week. We're going to be okay. Mitty has a dishwasher, and Steven doesn't know any pedophiles. Life is good. Let's continue.
I strut right past you, dog. You just a silly mutt. Bitches be thirsty on they man's nightmare. The Dow is at 50, so I don't care.
I don't remember signing on to this. I was once inside Hoogan until Dad gave him his heart on medicine.
Make way for Hoogan. Green suit on, yeah, I'm wildin', I'm moving. Your boy's looking tragic, my swagger is magic. I'm taking your bitches, it's honestly classic. Yeah, sudden, defy the student limit line. Me the boy, you're the least that I'm living large. Yeah. Shout out to Dad in the Pharaoh chat. Ernie, Birdie, Mitty, Claudia, Tiff, Darlene. Wish I could fit everyone into this song. Yeah, Ara, Tish, Toms, Steven, Satan, damn it, Kevin, you wrong. Ladies, you don't gotta get all bent. Hoogan's more fresh than 50 Cent. You might not think he's cool, you might not think he's nifty, but Hoogan don't count. Cause John Jones at 50, we out.
He said it. We out. We out. Also, Tish, indeed, how are you doing, hun? I know you're still recovering from surgery. Mahjong to you, Tish. And to Tiff. Tiff should drive. You should drive all the way here in your camper. Did Derek get his internet back? Where's Derek? I don't see him. I don't see him. Where did Derek go? Did he change his name? Also, Steven, did you try the thing where you twist off the end and see if there is sediment? Did you? If not, we will pray for Steven's faucets, and we will pray today for Tish's recovery. We will pray for Heed having an easy transition out of the dorm. We will pray for Derek's internet. We will pray for basketball. We will pray for C. Smith. We will pray for Mahjong. We will pray for Ernie's enlightenment, even though Ernie doesn't need it because Ernie has reached enlightenment. We will pray for Middy's dishwasher to work correctly. We will pray that Darlene lives as long as possible so she can keep saving lives. Okay. What else do we need to pray for? Anything else? Before GM Performance Technology? Please tell me now so we can say our prayer. Goodyear tires. Excellent. Good. His abominables are so sore. Oh, no. I don't even know. His snowmen's? Okay, we will pray for Mojo. And we will pray for Mojo, for Big Boy, for Smith of the Sea, for the assaulted battery. I will go put assault on it. It all goes to the same place. Good. Pray for the right cream cheese frosting for my carrot cake cupcakes. We will pray for cream cheese. We will pray for rain. And we will pray for TT and Rage. You know what? I was seriously praying on the way home for them. And I will do it again because they deserve it. TT and Rage. This one's for TT and Rage. Okay? And for Tish, may she get better. For the abs, for Mia's abs. And for Ernie's scoliosis. Is that a noodle dish? Is that some type of Italian dish? Is that pierogi cacciatore? Is that pierogi statutory? You're telling us about it? What is it? Scoliosis. Is that like some sort of pasta with O-shaped noodles? Pray for the rain to stop, and I will pray for it to start. And Pilates. Here we go.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates' partner.
We're praying for Bestie's cat. We're praying that, I hope it doesn't have IBS or cancer. But if we have to pick one, IBS. For Kittens and Crime's Bestie's Kate.
To give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa. My two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the Little please. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, boogity, boogity.
Amen. And for Praxis equalized big fat ass, that someday it may be lesser. Hey, mine too, God. Can we work on both of our big asses, please? The Hoogs is great. Let me ask you guys a question, though. Maybe you guys can solve this, because I said we should do it, and Dylan says, no, don't do it. You're not supposed to do it. But Hoogan has a pimple behind his ear. Now, I love popping pimples. You know me. I love a good pimple sesh. I like seeing the stuff come out. I like boys' backs, men's backs, like Dylan's. If he gets a good, he's going to get so pissed. If he gets a good one, oh, I love it. Let me squeeze it. Like watching them. I see people online popping their pets' pimples all the time, saying, I'm giving him relief. Darlene says, leave it alone. Well, he's got a big pimple behind his ear, but it's not just any pimple. It's filled with white pus. It's not a tick. I did check. It's not a tick. It's definitely a dog pimple. And it is good to go. It's got a little hair sticking out of it. Yeah, I know. Fuck feet. Feet are disgusting. My biggest concern, a pimple on a foot. What would you do? Ooh, that would be the hardest. I wouldn't know what to do there. Now, Darlene says, leave it alone. Okie dokie says, warm compress. Now, I'm inclined to fuck with it and poke at it, but I don't want to cause him pain. But it could be an ingrown hair. It's definitely not a tumor. It's a pimple. Amputate. Yeah, right? I just want to fucking cut it off. But it's definitely an ingrown hair. In the hair, it's like sticking out. I could pluck it and it could all pop, but I don't want to cause him pain. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the warm compress. I did put a little medications on it. A little stuff called Duozone. So I think it's going down. It doesn't seem to be bothering him, but my concern is he's going to scratch it and then dirtiness from his nails, even though I try to keep his puppy paws clean. He likes to go into puddles and stuff. I don't want that to get into it and cause an issue. So the green stick with the Photoshop on the end of it. Have I tried Photoshopping it? I will work on that. Pimple patch. I don't know if it'll stick. And also he's got hair all around. I think I'm going to warm compress it and wait and see what happens. But damn, do I want to pop it. I will not film it. I will not exploit him. Now, please stay tuned for the Hoogan song. I'm just kidding. But it's a beautiful big one. It's got like no, not star. It's just a little round. It kind of looks like a white tick, but it's not a tick. And it's got the pus in it. And I can see a little bit of pus sticking out of the top, ready to come out where the hair is sticking out. A worm came out. Okay. Yeah. And I'm worried Hoog's ears hurt. And that's kind of why I want to squeeze it. Think worm first and then protect yourself. Okay. It's a baby, Marcus. Excellent. It's a new Colt baby. Colt baby 2 coming out of the back of his ear. Electric Boogaloo coming soon. I think it's an ingrown hair, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to pop it. Anyway, before we get started, before we talk about, because it's not that long of a story, but before we get into it, I do want to show you some sillies. Okay, there's a new trend going on. You guys know that I love some of these trends. Some of them are really dumb, like eat a Tide Pod or, fart on your partner and then run away. That's actually pretty funny, but stuff like that. There's a lot of like cool trends and shitty trends. And there's one trend, shitty trends, like City Trends, the store. That's good. There is one trend that I really like, and it is the partners of law enforcement, like wives and husbands with law enforcement spouses, giving bad legal advice or giving break the law type of advice to their friends on the phone in front of them. So imagine that you're like married to a sheriff and you're on the phone with your friend and your sheriff husband or wife is right in front of you and you're telling your friend, yeah, you don't have to wait for them to give you a ticket. Just drive away. Fuck them. If they can't catch you, then they don't give you like stuff like that. And then the guy like, what are you doing? I find it very funny. It makes me giggle. Maybe it's because I like seeing them look like, are you crazy? Or seeing them, it just makes me laugh. I don't know. But I found some of those and I thought, I feel like this is the type of thing that chat might think is very, very funny. So we're going to watch 2 of those because I think they're funny and I think you'll find them funny. And then we're going to talk about the serial killer situation. Here we go.
Do not give him your ID. If he's being like that, I would not give him your driver's license.
Okay, go to jail then.
Say you're a sovereign citizen.
Then she's definitely going to jail.
If you don't sign it, then they can't do anything about it.
Do you see that? That's one of my favorites out of all of them. Tell them you're a sovereign citizen, that he's definitely going to jail. Also, I will inquire with Duty Ron to see if Mrs. Ron will do such a thing. If I could get a hold of her instead of him, I would tell her to do this. It would be so funny to see his reaction.
If he's being like that, I would not give him your driver's license.
Okay, go to jail then.
Say you're a sovereign citizen.
Then she's definitely going to jail.
If you don't sign it, then they can't do anything about it.
Sign what?
Citation.
Yeah, you can go to jail if you don't sign a citation.
Brian said you can get out of it.
No, Elijah literally works in my department. They can't get arrested for that's nothing.
Yeah, just roll up the window and tell him that
It's
your
the
brother's
panic in his eyes. He's getting up. He's like, "What are you doing? That's not what I said." This makes me so happy. I don't know why. I really like this. This shit, it gets better though. These aren't nearly as good as the next ones.
In my department. They can't get arrested for that's nothing.
Yeah, just roll up the window and tell him that your brother's a CHP officer.
Okay, this is the greatest story ever. Hold on. My buddy got pulled over and tried the sovereign citizen move, and then they found some dumb illegal knife in his car too. He's now in law school, right? He's like, damn, I was wrong. I better go back to school. That's what you do though, right? That's exactly what you're supposed to do. If you are so wrong about some shit that you need to go get an education on it, then at least he's making moves so that he doesn't end up doing that again, right? Also, how does sovereign citizenry work in Canada? It just occurred to me, you guys have different laws. Also, the comic that Laura is watching right now at this very moment here in Austin is from Canada, and his name is Glenn. Hello, Cornholio Pat, FBI. Hello. We're watching law enforcement freak out while their partners give bad advice to their friends on the phone.
You don't sign it and then they won't give you a ticket.
No. Maybe she needs to sign it.
Andrew said don't sign it, that you can get out of it.
No, you need to sign it.
I think if you get 2 tickets in a month, then you don't have to pay the second one.
No, you just take care of both of them on the same court date.
No, I think it's 2 tickets for the same thing.
You know what? I would just drive away because they're probably short-staffed and they can't chase you anyways. So just
who are you talking
They're probably short-staffed and they can't chase you anyways is so good.
Do not do that.
Don't give him your driver's license until he tells you why he pulled you over.
No, that is not how it works at all.
No. Is he eating Lori Vallow's green chicken enchiladas? Is he eating Lori Vallow's special recipe green chicken enchiladas verdes? Oh my God. Go back. Look at that scoop size. Damn, Hoss, you're not going to be able to fit in that vest. You keep eating Lori's green chicken enchiladas like that.
That is not how it works at all.
No, you let him know that you know your rights. Did anybody see you?
It doesn't matter.
Well, if nobody saw you, just go home.
No.
Well, if it's not that big of a deal, just drive off.
You got to do that.
Yeah, just drive off.
No.
This is Michael Proctor. And that's Jen on the phone with Karen right now. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Well, if nobody saw you, just go home.
What do you mean, why is he wearing his vest at home? Because it's green chicken enchilada night. And that's when she starts swinging, dude.
No.
Well, if it's not that big of a deal, just drive off.
You got to do that.
Hold on. What is this? This is why I really love these videos. What is this? Jen McCabe? What's going on here? What is this? Pampa, Texas? Great on marinades. Bitch. Is that generic A1? Generic A1? Oh, I'm going to throw up. What is she thinking? It's the only thing you have to splurge on. I swear to Christ. If you're going to get A1, just fucking get A1. That's like, it's literally the one sauce that cannot be replicated. How are they? I'm going to calm the fuck down, but I'm mad.
The deal, just drive off.
Did not do that.
No, do it and get arrested and then get new friends. Because this bitch has generic A1. I'm so furious right now. Generic anything. Fine. Perfect. We can't all be rich. If times get that tough, go to a bridge. I would go to a bridge. How it doesn't taste, it doesn't taste like, all the nothing. You know why nothing tastes like A1? Because they aren't allowed to replicate the recipe. It's like one of the only sauces where no one can remake it. It has its own unique flavor, and that's what's beautiful about it. I'm so mad. No shame to anybody who buys non-generic A1, or sorry, generic A1 because they like the taste of the generic A1. That's one thing. It's like, no, I like the taste of this brand. That's one thing. But this feels wrong. Look how little they ate out of it. You know why? Because it's trash. Because they thought it would be like A1. I can already tell. I'm profiling this couple, and it's not going to work.
Well, if it's not that big of a deal, just drive off.
Did not do that.
Yeah, just drive off.
No.
Just tell him you know Tommy.
No.
At least you should comply, but I think you should stay in your car.
Yeah, don't tell anyone you know Tommy, because Tommy gets the generic A1, right? It's like 79 cents. It's all going to be expensive. Just get that one. I know. I would just like rob a bank and get some A1. What are you doing? Catalina's pretty fucking good. I'm not going to lie, Jack Smith. I don't know if it's better than Cholula, but Cholula it tastes different in my opinion. And also Cholula is, salsa is different, dude. That can be replicated. It's all like vinegar, onion, garlic, and tomato, and then pick a pepper. But the A1, I can't get into the history of it right now because it'll be a 4-hour episode, but maybe we should sometime. Maybe we need to dedicate the time. Oh, look, your Stanley has cherries.
Honestly, just
Why does he want to
drive off.
No, Bree, quit telling her stuff that's going to get her arrested.
Just don't sign it. I wouldn't sign it.
Bro, y'all are dumb as hell.
Just don't sign it.
No, don't do that. They can take you to jail.
Just don't sign
What's
it.
she get? Don't listen to her.
No, I would not give him your ID. Roll up the window.
Get out of the damn car. They're gonna kill you.
And then
That was my favorite. They're gonna kill you. Don't get out of the goddamn car. They're gonna kill you. Jesus.
What's she get? Don't listen to her.
No, I would not give him your ID. Roll up the window.
Get out of the damn car. They're gonna kill you.
And then
Jesus. At least that's the one honest cop that we found in this whole collection. New York City, get a rope. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember that commercial for Picante salsa? This salsa's made in New York City. New York City. And then they say, get a rope. Like, we're going to hang this man because he brought us shitty salsa. That's the shit we grew up watching in the 90s. The advertisements that we had in the 90s were, oh, you fucked up my sauce? Now you're getting moited. We're going to fucking kill you and drag your body across a fucking lot because you gave us bad salsa. And people wonder why we're filled with rage now over poor sauces, shit sauces. It is special. Texas needs a helmet. We really do. We really do. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. You feel like you know Jack? You don't know Jack. I'm sorry. I did all of that just to say I apologize, Ernie. I created the Jack character just so I could get that joke in. That's my bad.
Just don't sign, on the sheet that they give you. Just don't sign it on the bottom.
Rita.
Lombardi Christ.
Oh, what are you doing?
All right. On the subject of food, excuse me. It's because they like to say salsa. Do you remember that? Excuse me, what? Pico de gallo is literally garlic, lime, onions, cilantro, tomato, jalapeno. Chop it up. That's pico de gallo. Salsa is all that. And you can add a little vinegar, blend it up with some salt. The difference is it mushed or unmushed? If it's mushed, it's salsa. If it's unmushed, it's pico de gallo. She killed Selena. Pico de gallo killed Selena. Just kidding. But Migos' name is Migos de Gallo. Migos de Gallo. Yolanda. He can't hear. He's in the other room. Okay. If you've been fed unflavored food and told it's good, it is like child abuse. Which makes me feel bad for Josh and Mama. Mama was abusing Josh all those years by giving him shit food. And now we get to watch it. But proud of her because her tomato pie won at the food cook-off. I just love seeing YouTubers get that bag for being themselves. And she was a mother who fed her child trash his entire life out of the goodness of her heart. And now she's thriving and she gets to go to NKOTB concerts and gets a new house because she didn't season her food for 20 years. And that's a lesson on everything. I think that might be the meaning of life. I think that's what Ernie figured out today. Okay? Anyway, now it's ketchup cookies. Oh, okay. Well, we'll watch that later. So this guy is trying to buy cheese. I have shamefully been in a similar position to him a long time ago when Dad was on top. Okay? Over COVID, when Dad got that stimmy money, I tried to buy a big thing of cheese. I also tried to buy a big thing of this ham that I heard about that comes out on a stick and it's very expensive. It turns out they won't just sell cheese to anybody, even on the internet. On the internet, you can buy all kinds of things, guns, drugs, a boy, all kinds of things. But getting a wheel of fucking cheese, good luck with that. Watch this guy try to do it.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna buy this stuff.
What are you gonna do with it?
He's buying it.
The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
What are you gonna do with it?
Eat it.
Eat it, the whole thing?
Yes, the whole thing. Why is it? Can I not buy this?
No.
Why?
Because I say so.
You're the owner?
Yes.
How much you want for this?
It's over $2,000. But what are you gonna do with it? Do with it?
I know it's $2,000.
Yeah.
What, you think I can?
Oh, good. I'm muted. So you didn't hear any of that? Good, because I denounced a lot of things and said bad things about so many races. Just kidding. Listen, everything went white again. All right. And I'm not saying that like Dad had a stroke. I'm saying like the screen. Because StreamYard is awesome. And I'm not going to restart it. If you can hear me, put a 1, and we will just continue and finish this way. If you can hear me, put a 1. StreamYard said, oh, you want to buy some cheese? You want to show them the guy trying to buy some cheese? Let me fuck that up for you. Okay? That's what StreamYard did. You can hear me? Okay, good. We'll just 69. Okay, well, excellent. Hello, Fuzzy Lou. Hello to you. I'm sorry you guys don't have flavored vapes where y'all are. It's probably for the best. This is what it looks like. Windows cry. Just kidding. When StreamYard, the screen goes white. Now, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, shit. You know what? I can just show you. That's the cool thing about StreamYard. Look, watch this. Watch this shit. Let's see. Here it is. This is what my screen looks like. Okay. Hold on. Fuck. Nope, I fucked it up again. Stop screen. Okay. Now I want to share my own screen. I want to show this one. Here we are. This is what it looks like. Can you see it? No. Good. Excellent. Good. StreamYard, I hate you. Here we go. That's what it looks like for me. So this is all black. You can't see me. I'm John Cena. So this is what it looks like for me. Hello, 71B. Where's turd? Exactly. Exactly. I don't know why it does this. We need to figure this out. Maybe we should live troubleshoot. Maybe I should call customer service for StreamYard one of these days live with the screen up and say, go to my YouTube channel right now. And then what if we live troubleshoot it with StreamYard while using StreamYard while on YouTube and force them to fix this fucking shit? This is how Coach Pat felt. This is how Pat Riley felt when he had to give that speech where he was like, oh, you think you're shit? Oh, what's that? Abdul-Jabbar? You should have retired 2 months ago. That's what this feels like. But anyway, this is what the screen looks like for me. This is you guys. Look, watch. I'm going to turn the chat off. So, you're not on the screen anymore. And then I hit that. And then boom, there you are. Okay. And I can go over here and I can be like, infinity screen. Good. So the rest of this episode, we're going to embrace it. I don't know what's happening, but we're going to embrace it. Okay. I'm going to remove this. The screen's going to go black for a second. Don't worry. Don't you fucking worry. We're going to get back to Cheese Man. We're going to finish the cheese. And then I'm going to tell you about the serial killer situation. And I just will not be on screen. Okay. And it'll be fine. I'm just a voice. I'm a faceless voice. I am your father. Here we go.
What are you going to do with it? Please don't let me buy the Parmesan. You can't. Why? Not here, my friend. No way. See? It's too heavy.
All I'm saying is don't give me attitude.
I really do enjoy these dogs. This is the last one, and then we're going to yeah, I already did that. That's what I have to do every time, but I have to log out and then restart it and close all my tabs. It just takes a minute. It's fine. You don't need to see my face. Okay? You guys don't need to see it right now. Even though I did shave my eyebrows during break and I drew a lot of funny things on it. It's fine. And we will pray for Cornholio's Dabrig.
What the heck is going on with your leg? You fat rolls. I apologize.
Lie down.
No, you don't. Aren't you guys in Europe? Aren't you all in Europe? You don't have any rights. Just kidding. I know, but I'm not done abusing you. So let me finish and then you can face me. You're welcome. We're going to keep praying for your dabs. For your fight. Dear Lord, please fix Cornholio's dab rig. Make it grow back like a lizard.
Lie down.
Not allowed on the bed, you. No! Yeah.
Give it. Give it. Man, come here. Come. Come.
Benji.
Get your tongue off my door.
Don't huff and puff at me.
Jay, thank you very much.
What?
The elf on the shelf and the wagging of the tail is killing me, dude. You monster.
This is my new carpet. It's new. Come on, man.
And this is Hugin. And that is Hugin. 100% that is Hugin. The tongue on the door. I know. Hello, Auntie Ree. Dude, literally to Hugin, I'll be like, come on, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll just scrape his ass.
This is my new carpet. It's new. Come on, man. No!
No. No. Stop it. You take 6 feet back. Back up. Back up.
What the hell? Because I don't know why you even left it open. If you was done, you'd have came. Girl.
Girl.
Hi, how are you? Oh, okay.
That's me.
Oakley, come here.
That is literally me in the gas station.
Oakley, come here.
Come
here.
Eat some of my food. I'm not cooking this morning. What's your problem?
Go.
Bagel.
Mm-hmm.
Bagel.
Yep.
Ginger! Look at me.
This dog looks like Frank from It's Always Sunny when he is in the art gallery in the black turtleneck. And it kills me.
With the 73rd pick in the 2026 NFL.
I keep forgetting to unmute because I'm in darkness. Listen, we're going to watch this dog jump on the couch again one more time so I can grab a water and then we're going to start. Okay, so get ready, everybody. If you have to pee, go pee. Do what you need to do. Here we go.
The 73rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Oscar.
So this guy here, I've been watching him since we got here.
Of course, we're also okay. Look, I'm not fucking around this time, but we are going to we're gonna watch Turd's husband run up and down some stairs, and then we'll start, okay? And then we'll start because it is very impressive, and I do like to see it. And I know you like to see it, okay? This fucking guy, yeah, I know Turd's future ex-husband. It's gonna be great.
He's doing some stuff I can't actually believe. Yeah, he talks to himself as well out loud. He's gonna do something cool here. Wait and see. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, now this is the impressive part. Here it comes. Wait for it. Boom. And there he goes. And there he goes. I love him. Okay. Screen down. I wonder if here, let me stop sharing. I'm going to pull up this guy's picture so you can see him while I talk about him. Okay. Since you can't see me making disgusted faces at this nasty motherfucker we're about to talk about tonight. Okay. And it's not going to be the longest episode because we're still learning a lot about him. I'm still learning a lot about him. But I do know about one of the cases that he was considered a suspect in. And the other one, oddly, I remember seeing on Citizen back when it happened, and I think the Citizen app had just started. And I remember thinking, I feel like it was Citizen or maybe Broadcastify had a thing about it, because I was like, Bastrop, that's crazy, because it was, I believe that was the strangling one. And I remember thinking at the time, they didn't make it sound like it was a strangle situation. But they also said it was a homicide, and they said it was not by gun or by knife. And I just thought it was weird. And I was like, well, this must be a strangulation situation, but it was a young woman. And they did say something about, at the time, she might have been an Uber driver. And I was very concerned because I had friends who were driving Uber at the time. It was very, very concerning to me. So I was very not surprised, I guess, to find out that they caught the person who did it. I was just surprised at how long it took, because Bastrop, if you don't know, is a very, very tiny community outside of Austin, Texas. And if you've paid attention to one of the Innocent Project situations, one of the people that they're trying to help get out is a guy named Rodney Reed. I'm maybe one of the few people on earth that says, no, keep him in there, because a lot of people fail to read his full case records, and they don't realize that this man also raped a lot of kids. And I do think he murdered the woman that they are accusing him of murder, and he did attempt to murder other women. So for me, I'm not big and fond on letting him out. However, because the victim in that issue, one of the victims that he is on, or is on death row for, used to have a cop who was also a piece of shit, her ex. And people think that he did it. People are trying to release Rodney. Now, the problem is, again, Rodney raped a lot of kids and tried to kill women, and had been in jail before for that. So regardless, I'm not too concerned with, pressing on him getting out. However, that was one of the last murders in Bastrop that was like a nefarious homicide of a female. So this was very strange to see when this fellow, who I'm about to show you, pops up on the news. And we are going to watch a little bit of it so that you can see what the news has been reporting. Yeah, Rodney can just stay fucking put. All right. Okay, so Austin police are saying that this guy right here, he is a suspect in 2 unsolved Central Texas murders and could be a serial killer. Now, when this first came out, they did not say he could be a serial killer. They are saying that now. And when this first came out, it was late April. So it was like 2.5 weeks ago. And in that time, they have now transitioned to could be a serial killer. Also, hello, Noel. Nice to see you. Now, I thought when I first heard about him, when they said he killed 2, immediately, oh, this guy's going to be a serial killer. Why? Because of the methods and the victim. And also how young he is. The potential motive is not what you would think. Now, there are people here who kill because they're in a cartel, because they're in a gang. They kill because they have mental issues. They kill over politics. But to kill seemingly strangers who are women who are helping you out, it feels weird. To strangle one, it feels weird. And to not get caught in between the two while simultaneously committing other crimes, it just feels off. Immediately, my thought is, holy shit, this could be one of those situations. So, Luis Fernandez Benitez Gonzalez, who is 26 years old, you guys, got arrested April 27th by the U.S. Marshal Service Lone Star Fugitive Task Force. He was at an apartment complex in Dallas, even though the shit happened in Austin, okay? He's facing a murder charge in the June 2024 death of Alyssa Ann Rivera in Southeast Austin. So 2024. So he was 24 years old when that one happened. And that was in Southeast Austin. It was actually right next door to where I just was yesterday, which is fucking weird. Okay? He has been linked through DNA evidence also to the April 2018 killing of Alba Genisa Villas Marte in Bastrop County, which is about 30 minutes away. 2018, okay? Why is that important? This guy is 26 years old, okay? He is 26 years old. It is 2026. He was 18 years old in 2018 when he killed this victim. And they found the DNA recently to connect him to that case through CODIS because of June 2024's Alyssa Ann Rivera, who he also killed here in Austin. These two murders were never forgotten, said APD homicide detective Chris Anderson. You might remember him because he worked with the Yogurt Shop murders. Yes, exactly. He started young. And thank you, Noel. And yipes indeed. So think about that. He's 18 years old. He kills a woman. Then he waits 6 years and does it again. Nearby in Austin. Anderson said Benitez Gonzalez was connected to the 2018 and 2024 homicides through investigations into 2 aggravated assaults in Austin in November and December of 2025. So then we have 2 ag assaults here in Austin. What does that mean? That means he's trying to kill someone and take something. Okay, and it was bad. One of the aggravated assault victims fought back against Benitez Gonzalez and managed to take his cell phone. Like, this is someone trying to kill you. What was the key in unlocking this case or getting you all to start making those connections is what Betty Cross, the CBS Austin reporter, asked the police. They said detectives did a search warrant on the phone and he took selfies. He had a photo of himself. At that point, we had some identifiers for him. And from that point on, we were able to progress this investigation further. I do think that they are doing things like using AI and PIMIs to cross-reference not just the internet, but I do believe that there are AI applications on modern police software today where they can also use AI to check through their mugshots. I've heard that about Austin using software like that. And I'm curious because of the way the detective said that, if that's how they did this. He has very unique facial features. He looks a little like Carlos Alcaraz, but God bless Carlos Alcaraz, great tennis player. The photos yielded location data as well that helped investigators identify him and place him on the scene of the 2018 Bastrop County homicide. Well, there you go. There's also location data in the photos. This is fantastic. What an idiot. DNA recovered from the Rivera crime scene generated a match in the federal CODIS database, linking her to the Alvias Marti homicide. Now, here's the thing. With the federal CODIS database, why would she be in there? I think it's likely because there was sexual assault elements. In sexual assaults and violent crimes that lead to homicide, right? Those tend to get looked at pretty heavily by the FBI. It wouldn't surprise me if we find out the FBI actually worked with APD on this one. Investigators said they believe Benitez Gonzalez may be responsible for additional attacks. And I think the reason that they think that is based on description. Okay. How he did it, who he did it to. Timing is a big one. And I'm willing to bet you $1 million there's something in that phone that they're working on right now. We're reviewing other cases in the Austin area, Anderson said at a news conference. That's part of the plea deal. Okay. There are additional attacks that they believe he may be responsible for. They noted that people who commit crimes with any distinct pattern rarely go 6 years between offenses. Agree. Police also say there may be witnesses, friends, acquaintances that have yet to come forward. We're asking you to think back carefully. We have reason to believe Benitez Gonzalez has made some incriminating comments over the years to coworkers and acquaintances who at the time may not have realized the severity of that crime. He does seem like a braggart. While today is an important step forward, we recognize that no arrest can undo the pain and loss experienced by those who knew and loved Alyssa and Alba. Authorities say Benitez Gonzalez, a Mexican national who had been previously deported in 2020, is believed to have had contact with women in Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and Lockhart. And Bastrop, obviously, which they failed to mention, but important. Also Lago Vista. Detectives said a woman in Largo County was also attacked and strangled by a man connected to Benitez Gonzalez, but survived. Strangled again. The first one was strangled with her seatbelt. She was giving him a ride, and he strangled her with her seatbelt when arguing, I believe, over the fee. The investigation spanned 108 days. Benitez Gonzalez was taken into custody without incident at a traffic stop. Anyone with information is asked to contact the APD Homicide Unit or submit an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers at 512-472-8477. So now I'm going to play some news reports on this guy so you can see what's being reported. Also, it was ran through CODIS, but also I believe getting some of that matched up. I'm not sure about the red tape with that, but I do believe that there could be some that need to be ran through directly against him. It's a little confusing, the whole process. And it depends if he was out of state, different states have different laws about that. I do think he's very unique. Looking into everything about him as far as the whole situation, he's so young. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that came out on this. And let me let it play through an ad so you don't have to hear it. I'm going to put on a quick buffer in between. All right. We're just going to do a little Shaq. We're going to watch Shaq float a little bit, and then he'll pop up. I'm going to show you some news stuff on him. And then I'm going to highly recommend, if you guys want, get in on it with me. Let's start looking into this guy, okay? Let's see what's up with him. I'm going to make a whole thread for him in our Reddit, okay? I'll be right back. Also, I want to point out, yes, but also consider this. They're looking for people who may have heard him brag about harming people. And they said that someone who's friends of his, right, tried to kill a woman by strangling her. That makes me think, obviously, they've talked to that friend of his who could likely be in jail. They probably talked to victims. And they probably, after talking to him, maybe discover that he's a bit of a braggart. Or maybe they've seen text messages of his bragging about doing things to women, but they don't know who. And maybe they don't have anything that fits that description. Or maybe there are reports, but the victim never followed through or refused to press charges or refused to cooperate. And then they didn't get DNA from her. So you have to remember all of that. So I think that that's why they're sure there's more, but they're asking for help. Usually it's because there's some sort of hindrance and CODIS isn't making the connections they needed to. Which makes sense. Because we also have a backlog in rape kits. And this guy seems like that type of fella. So it does make me wonder if there's another reason why they think there's more, but they don't quite have what they need to get an arrest, or maybe they don't know the victim's name, but they know there's a victim. Sounds odd, but it wouldn't be the first time. And yeah, there are multiple parts to CODIS, and you have to have specific cases ran against it sometimes. Sometimes they can't just go across the whole thing. And also his lawyers could fight it. Also, they might need to get it subpoenaed. There's just a whole laundry list of reasons why it might not match up the way we think it should. But I'm glad that they're reaching out. Let's see what the news had to say about him.
Police say they now have a suspect in custody tied to 2 Central Texas murder cases. Luis Benitez Gonzalez faces a murder charge for the 2018 death of Alba Aviles and the 2024 death of Alyssa Rivera. Aviles was found strangled to death in her car in Bastrop County in April of 2018. Investigators say DNA found at that crime scene ended up matching DNA found at an abandoned home on Metcalf Road in Austin of 2024.
Interesting to know. The last serial killer who left women in an abandoned home and strangled them and had a lot of things similar to this guy as far as the crime, the victim, and the suspect was a man named Darren Dion Van. He's a serial killer who had a shitload of women, a beautiful girl named Asia who had just met him at some apartments, and he would kill and strangle them and leave them in abandoned homes. He was a horrible man. He went to jail once for trying to light a woman on fire in Gary, Indiana. And he strangled a young girl, and I've seen the police report. I have it. It's terrifying. We thought he could be connected to Roxanne Paltoff's investigation. The police said no, he was in jail. Turns out he wasn't. And he was 2 blocks away from where she went missing. He lived a few blocks away from Runberg here in Austin for many years after getting out of prison for trying to rape and murder a sex worker at his apartment. But he also had like a 90-year-old wife named Mary who lived up the road. He was a very violent man. And when he fled to Cleveland, they found all these bodies. All these bodies. And this fella, Darren Dion Van, was terrifying. And that was the last time we saw a body dropped in an abandoned building with this profile in Austin, Texas. Was Darren Dion Van trying to do it to a sex worker. And then he would go on to be busted for all those bodies in Cleveland that were found the same way. And now we have an 18-year-old doing the same in an abandoned car out in the middle of the woods. And then again, the country, I should say. And then again at a house in Southeast Austin. That's fucking terrifying. I have no doubt in my mind that this kid's probably a serial killer.
Where Alyssa Rivera was also found strangled to death. APD told us about this DNA link in 2024, but that DNA did not match anyone in the national database. Well, late last year, police say they arrested Benitez Gonzalez in connection with the shootings of 2 women who both survived. When investigators got data from his cell phone, they found a photo of a...
Remember who else shot 2 women? And then the women survived. One of them survived and talked about it. And the other one, it was way later. But it was Robert Brashears who did the yogurt shop killings. Like, this guy has a lot in common with some of these people.
Trailer with some flooring removed. That photo had been taken just 2,300 feet away from where Aviles's body was found in Bastrop County in 2018. They also discovered a former love interest of Benitez Gonzalez lived just 5 minutes away from where Rivera was found dead in 2024. So they got a DNA swab from him and linked him to both murders. Police say during an interview with detectives, Benitez Gonzalez admitted to being involved in each of these cases, but claimed self-defense.
Self-defense? My ass. Ag assault with a deadly weapon? Like, he shot 2 women outside of this. Also, hello, official skull. CIA skull. Hello.
Police say evidence from the crime scenes disputes that. Benitez Gonzalez currently is currently in the Travis County Jail, facing charges for murder and aggravated assault. Austin police are holding a news conference about these cases tomorrow morning at 11:30.
And we're going to watch it right now. And then we're going to end the stream. And I'm going to put up, I'm so sorry. I almost choke laughed. Noel Monchichi. I'm going to put up a post on Reddit about this guy. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about this other guy here in Austin who is Austin Pflugerville adjacent, who also, hold on, let me find it, who also was a serial killer, is a serial killer, Raul Mesa. And we're going to talk about him. And we're going to kind of compare the two, and we're going to look at some timeline stuff, okay? Let me hit. Okay, and this covers the press conference, but also you get to see my girl Quita Culpepper, who I love. Big fan of Quita. She was not a fan of me one year at Funniest Person in Austin. I'm fine with it. We're good now. Quita, I love her. Big Queets. All right, we're going to watch this. And then I'm going to bid you adieu. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I will see you tomorrow. And we will continue talking about this fella. Let's do our homework. Let's look stuff up about him. I'm going to be posting some Judy record stuff in Reddit later tonight under the Oblivious Benson subreddit. Here we go.
Austin police are urging anyone who may have had contact with a suspected killer to come forward. Investigators say DNA evidence helped them identify and arrest the man, linking him to several crimes. And KVU's Daniel Gomez is live from APD headquarters tonight with more on who this man is. Daniel?
Yeah, Quita, APD gave a press conference over the arrest of Luis Benitez Gonzalez. First, he was arrested for 2 aggravated assaults that happened late last year. But then a DNA swab made the case a little more interesting. He got linked.
Bro, fix your ponytail. What are we doing here? Fix your ponytail. What is that in your ear? Only one? What are we doing here, buddy? You're holding the mic 10 feet from your fucking face. This is why I could never be a cameraman.
To 2 homicides that happened within the last decade, and now police are wondering if there could be more potential victims. The road to justice for several Central Texas crimes led law enforcement to Dallas.
This arrest represents years of investigative work.
As it does. Sorry, Dallas, didn't mean to take that jab, but goddamn.
Work, collaboration, and persistence.
On April 27, state and federal agents helped Austin police arrest 26-year-old Luis Benitez Gonzalez. The arrest is in connection to 2 assaults that happened in November and December. Austin police say Benitez Gonzalez shot 2 women in the legs.
The victim for the first aggravated assault actually fought back.
That survivor managed to snag Benitez Gonzalez's phone, which helped police identify him as the suspect. But it was the DNA collected after his arrest that gave police a bigger break.
That forensic linkage became a critical investigative development.
It allowed police to link Benitez Gonzalez to 2 homicide cases. The 2018
and that specific, what you just saw, that surveillance video, they used to play that on the news and ask, do you know this guy? And people would be like, that looks so familiar.
Death of Alba Hennessy Aviles and the 2024 death of Alyssa Ann Rivera.
I would like to speak directly to the families of the victims, especially the mothers, who were celebrated by Mother's Day this past weekend and who are carrying the unimaginable pain of losing their daughters to violence.
But the case could be even deeper.
We are concerned that Luis Benitez Gonzalez may have had prior contact with other women in the Austin area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the Houston area, and the Hidalgo County areas.
Police now hoping to get tips from anyone who's had an interaction with the suspect. And Austin police says that there's reason to believe that Benitez Gonzalez may have made some incriminating comments to the people in his life. And that could be anybody, any acquaintance, personal or work related. They're asking anybody who's interacted with Benitez Gonzalez or even any potential victims to give Austin police or Crime Stoppers a call. Live at Austin Police Headquarters, Daniel Gomez, KVU News.
There you go. So we're going to continue this tomorrow. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here. I am still just complete darkness thanks to StreamYard. but I will send them a mean and hostile email. Until then, don't be a Taylor Shabusiness. Okay? And don't forget that the Dow
right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000.